question for y'all, and answer honestly. Do you think you could beat the best WNBA player one-on-one?
Yes.
I can't dunk no more.
Really?
I can't dunk anymore.
Damn.
I mean, except for unless it's on your big ass.
You said you were going to give me buckets.
I'll give you buckets. I'm going to dunk on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
If you can't dunk, I think it's an easy win for me.
Stop the cap.
Welcome to the Digital Social Hour. I'm your host, Sean Kelly. I'm here with my co-host, Sean Chase, and our guest today, Jamahall Hill.
The champ's in the building.
The champ.
What's going on?
Man, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Business is booming.
Yeah?
Doing all right, man. We're doing all right.
What you been up to?
Just traveling around, enjoying life.
You've been traveling well. I'm like, Jamal's living his best life right now.
Yeah.
Different city every weekend.
Checking out all the fights, doing appearances, staying tapped in with the fans, just enjoying it. I'm calling this one Champcation.
Ooh,
I like that. That's going to become a term now. Watch.
Yeah.
It's going to start trending.
What you looking forward to? Any fights coming up?
I don't have anything booked yet, but I've been vocal about it. I want the Yuri fight. I want that one bad. I want him. I've been wanting to fight him for years now. So that's the one I really want, but I'm not hearing anything, and I'm getting tired of waiting. So, and now at this point, it's next man up. They booked Blachowicz versus Pierre.
Right.
I'm good with whoever wins that one. Giving them a title shot.
Right.
Book Magomed, let him fight. And then
You'll
just
take
give me
on all
somebody.
comers.
Man,
right
bro,
now.
it's everybody. I'm here for everybody. I don't know why everybody think like, oh, he's picking but I'm here for everybody.
I don't think you're picking anyone. You've been very vocal about anyone, whoever's up there, sign the paper. Let's do it.
Have you ever gone into a fight like, I don't know if I'm going to win this shit. Like, this dude's nasty.
Hell no.
Jamal's confidence is unmatched, bro. I've never seen that look in him before.
Bro. I don't even. The fact that I could actually lose never even crosses my mind until somebody actually mentions it.
Because I saw Chael say with the John Jones fight, he knew he was going to lose that shit.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
I just wondered if other fighters have that mentality.
I believe some do, but not those. Certain. It's a different breed that just don't.
Different mindset.
I don't have that. I don't have that at all.
Because some people probably just do it for the bag, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a job. Some people like.
I like money. I like to get paid too. You know why I'm here.
Nah, but like Ryan Garcia knew he was gonna lose. He just did it for the bag,
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I mean,
and apparently
20, 30
he changed
mil.
his whole team and camp and everything after that.
Oh, really?
Too. Yeah.
Why?
I guess he said his team abandoned him after the loss, and he's.
Shit.
Yeah, he was very vocal about it actually.
Damn.
So, yeah.
So what were you like as a kid? Were you like a bad kid growing up?
It depends on what do you consider a bad kid.
I think we were all bad kids to an extent, right?
Yeah,
we're men.
I wouldn't
we
say
were
bad.
boys.
I was strongly misunderstood.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
I like that wording because like public school kind of makes you into someone you're not.
Right. You grew up in
Fits
Michigan,
into a
right?
box.
You grew up in Michigan, correct?
Yeah, I grew up in
nice.
Michigan. Well, I was born in Chicago.
Okay.
So then, I had my younger years, my childhood, my adolescence was down in Southern Illinois, that area, and then I moved to Michigan when I was 12. I moved to Grand Rapids when I was 12.
And you're still there, correct?
Yeah,
Nice,
I've been there since then.
You're gonna stay there? You don't want to move to?
Nah, man. I don't know, man. It might be time. It might be that time to hit that old dusty trail, get out and get different opportunities.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think you'd thrive in a big city, man.
You would dominate.
Yes, exactly. I could see Jamal kind of, in like an LA or a Miami or a Vegas or a New York. I think you're, the big city suits you really well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think for the brand that I want to create and all the things that I want to build and things like that, I think a bigger market would be better.
You remember the first fight you got growing up? Like, what happened?
Fight period.
Street fight.
Street fight. Yeah.
I
Street fight.
told the story about how I knocked my best friend out when I was 2-3 years old.
Whoa.
What?
That's early.
So I had to. We had a little discrepancy.
Three.
Can you even talk at that age?
Actually, yeah, very well. But no, he thought it was a joke, funny to try to pee on me. I didn't think it was that funny.
Oh shit!
Wow, you got good
Put 'em
memory. I don't remember shit at that age.
So I don't. It's not all exactly from memory. It's what I was told. My mom tells the story a lot.
Man, so you got that dog in you from the start.
Yeah, 100%. I was built this way.
Yeah, I feel like the best fighters like have it in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just mentally strong. They're it's kind of they're born with it.
Yeah,
it's
you
nothing
can't teach
you
it.
can't teach it exactly. Yeah.
Man, so I mean, what's like your signature moves? Like, did you develop it or did you always have it? Like, I'm curious your style.
I don't fire signature moves. I don't know, man. Some people, everybody has things that they're good at. I try to more so focus on being good at everything.
Okay.
You are
every single
pretty,
punch,
Just well-rounded.
yeah, every single punch, every single strike, every single submission, every position, every transition. I just want to be good at everything.
And you're very like well versed where you have your own style. Like I was, we're talking about it, I was like, it's hard to try to even like for your opponents. I experienced that it'd probably be hard for them to emulate your style because you have your own style. No one else really has your style.
Right.
So it's hard to train against, and that's why. And then you throw in the confidence and everything else. That's why Jamah's such a tough matchup, man.
Yeah.
That,
You can't replicate the actual fight.
Can't exactly.
I believe my mind is different. How I see fights and how I see openings and how I take advantage of things is different. I don't want to give you a break. I understand how somebody mentally breaks down.
Right.
Because I've been in a position where it's like, oh damn, this is exhausting. How much more can I say? All of us have, when you're in the gym, you pushing. So I focus on that, and I've broken that down to a science, and that's how I like to approach my fights.
Right.
I like to be methodical, and I like to break people down.
Right.
How much of the fight is mental, in your opinion?
Like as opposed to physical.
Yeah, like when you're in the actual fight.
You have to be 100% on your square mentally in a fight. So it's not like oh it's this 40, this is 80% physical, 20%. It's 100% mental and it's 100% physical. So it's the ultimate competition. It's the ultimate sport. It's the ultimate
it really
physicality
is.
between each other. Like you got to think if it's one sport that no matter what, this dude's coming with everything he's got. It's a fight.
Yeah.
You know who wants to lose a fight? Like that's primal.
And it's a real fight. Like
You know what I'm saying?
Life or death,
boxing.
almost.
Boxing is not a real fight. That's why I laugh when people are like, "Oh, let's box and see who the better fighter is." I'm like, that's not a fight. It's a limited fight, but it's not. This is a real fight. You can use everything, and that's to me, the pinnacle. It's the
you
top.
gotta be on point with
top,
everything.
right?
Because you could probably see it in your opponent's eyes when they're tired, right?
Yeah.
And it's your time to take advantage.
It's always different because some dudes have really good poker hands.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta understand the shot that you landed. Be aware of the shot that you landed, and like, okay, that did some damage.
Right.
And just keep wearing on.
Right. To this point, who's been your toughest fight so far?
Tough as far as competitive.
Yeah. Like where you were like, that was a tough one. Like that really, I had to really hone in on this. I had to give it my all, and he was a very worthy opponent.
I mean, pretty much all a lot of my opponents have been worthy opponents.
Well, yeah, you've been fighting all the top guys.
I'd
So
say
it's
probably the toughest opponent I had would probably be Santos.
yeah. And we
I'll
interviewed.
I'll probably say Santos.
Right.
Just on the strength of the fact of just how he came in. He came in to fight like it was his last fight.
Yep.
He was really strong.
Yep.
So physically I had to match his physical strength in a way that was pretty much exhausting.
Yep.
And then I had just the uniqueness of his shots.
Right.
So some of the punches that he threw, like you can't actually see them.
Right.
You know
Wow.
what I mean?
He's slick with the way he
like
throws.
He looks like he's throwing like sloppy like winging shots, and you may think it's a winging shot, but it's actually got like a curve and it's got
Right.
a
Whoa.
angle on
It's got some English on it.
Yeah,
Is it that fast? Like,
Yeah.
it's just about something about how he throws.
Right.
Excuse me. But yeah, it's just something about how he throws. It was just because I remember it was like seeing him. I was like, all right, I see the hand move, and you go to the normal traditional block where you see it, whop, you get hit. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it was that, and then just on the takedowns, he wasn't so much as focused on being technical as he was just being strong as shit.
damn.
You know what I mean? Which you got to match strength with strength just so you don't get bulldozed over.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I like about your division, the light heavyweight division in general, is that there's a lot of mutual respect for everyone there. Like, usually you see a guy in the top 5, he'll win a fight, he'll start kind of talking nasty and saying, I want this guy. Johnny Walker, who you defeated in his last fight, won, and very respectfully came to you and said, you know, hopefully I can continue getting some more wins and earn another match against you. You know, I think that's how it should be. There's an etiquette, there's a respect that he's the top dog. You know, you got to get through him. And other divisions sometimes will, you know, get a little disrespectful and sort of.
Yeah, but they still. I mean, everybody's different, bro, and everybody with other people have different beasts and different whatever. So you know, it's all entertainment. Like how much would you really be drawn into if you got the exact same thing every single time?
That's true.
You know what I mean? So.
Have you fought an opponent before where there was some animosity going into it?
Yeah, the Paul Craig fight.
That's right. But you guys were super cool afterwards, right?
Yeah, so basically what it was a lot. I was already irritated with the fact that I had caught COVID, so the fight had to be pushed back. That was irritating. That was irritating to me. And then whenever it was made out to be like, oh, I might be faking, whenever it was spoke upon, like, oh, I might be faking or anything, like, I take that shit personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you speaking on like my heart and things like that. And that's something I actually pride myself on. That's something I actually put out there and put on the line. You know what I mean? And and I won't respect it. So whenever that happened, you know, that did some animosity, and then from there, you know. His fan base and some of the trolls took over from there and said some shit that where like, you know, it was on the post over there, and me not being conscious. I really didn't know how Twitter worked for real at the time, because I had just got Twitter.
Mastered it
now.
UFC.
The UFC made me get Twitter. I mean, they made me get Twitter whenever I got signed. So I wasn't fully aware. So I'm looking at it like, oh, it's underneath his thing, and he commented again, so he must have saw it, so he must agree with it. Like, people saying some wild shit. Like, you know what I mean? Some of this shit was even some racist shit. So it was like, yeah, all right, fuck you and fuck your whole team and fuck you and fuck everybody connected to you. So it's like, whenever I got in that mode, it was like that. And then I started building up. You start building up shit that don't need to be there. Everything. You start focusing on shit that's not, don't matter.
Doesn't have to do with the
fight. You know what I mean? That's not the fight. You know, and what happened in the fight was it was just an arrogance, you know. Don't get me wrong, I am good like that, but at the same time, you got to show respect for the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's danger. It's always a danger. It's always a danger within the fight and within the octagon. So it's like, I went in there and I went down. I went out. He didn't take me down. I went down with him willfully, on his terms and things like that. You can't do shit like that. You know what I mean? So I got it right into a sequence that he had been drilling for months. He had spent 6 months drilling this to like, oh, please let me get in this position. And I gave it to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you take that and you learn from it. Ain't nothing I can't do but learn from it. No point in me getting mad about it. Just take the lesson and get better. You know what I mean? I get excited when I'm able to get better and I'm able to grow.
Absolutely. How do you deal with haters on social media?
I laugh at them.
That's the best way to deal with them.
I be trolling back, and they say, "Oh, don't let me find nothing, not even the smallest thing personal about you. I will flip that shit on you." You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you that troll medicine right back at you. You know what I mean? A lot of times I do ignore it. You know, it's kind of funny, but you know. Don't catch me on one of them days I got time. Don't catch me on one of them days I got time, because then, sweet dreams to get on your ass.
Wasn't it last
Petty
year?
Gang USA.
Right. Wasn't it last year, your manager, Bryant, didn't he set up like a prank with one of these media guys that came and you got mad and you almost beat him up last year?
That's what you talking about.
That video went viral.
Yeah,
so
he got with the prankster. The prankster hit him up and was like, "Yo, I'm in town. I do this, you know, and if you got any fighters or whatever you want to get pranked, you know, or whatever like this, you want to set up." You know what I mean, get with me. So he got with him because I said, like, April Fools. I had called him and I pranked him, making him think that I went and spent like blown a bunch of money at the casino and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm tapped bad, bro. I need a loan and shit. I know, talking about I was tapped. I need a loan. He's, oh my god. And like, bro, I'm talking like we literally had just talked about this shit. Literally just talked about like, bro, don't just go crazy. Don't start doing crazy shit and shit like that. So I was like. I got his ass with that one.
Reverse Uno card.
Yeah.
So his response was to recruit this guy, and he's like talking to me. So that's why he was able to walk right up on me. Right. So we're sitting there talking, like he's like kind of worried. He's like, oh, we got to make sure such as get tickets. I got this going with this. You know, this is going. Yeah. I'm like, well, shit, bro. You know, like, you know, just trying to figure it out with him. Yeah. Next thing I know, somebody coming with Jamahall Hill. Now in Arizona, if you ever fought in Arizona, if you ever been to a fight in Arizona. those people, like, they love, the fans there are great.
Diehard
They're
fight
all
fans.
diehard
Yeah,
fans.
yeah, yeah.
They literally come there outside the hotel all the time. They just want to interact. They want to chill. Like, you'll have like some of the smoothest shoot the shit breezes with them, like waiting for an Uber or some shit, right? So I'm thinking there's somebody coming up to me like on that Jamahall Hill. You know what I mean? I'm like he's like 11-1. Like, I didn't really hear the 11-1. It didn't really register to me. You know what I mean? I went to go fist bump him, and he left me hanging. Yeah. So I went to go fist bump him, and he left me hanging. So like he kind of looked at it, and then like he kind of looked at my hand and looked me in my eyes, like on that, you know, like with that type. It was like, oh God, I'll try you. And to me, it's like
you immediately.
It's just like what the f-? It's like so to me it's instantly like get up and see, are you sure?
Right.
I mean, how sure? Because for the most part, most people initially aren't comfortable with that initial. They'll do a lot of talking, but that initial kickoff, they not ready for that. Right. So yeah, it's just like that, just to test his temperatures.
Yeah.
See, you know, he's always a prank, you know. But fucking what surprised me was how fast Bryant
immediately.
Bro, he grabbed, bro. I'm like, bro, you strong as hell. You better be glad. If my feet had to come off the ground, he'd have been fucking fired. If my feet come off the ground, you lift me up, my feet come off the ground, you fight.
Yeah.
All right.
That's too funny,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
Man, what's it like after fight? Like, does it take weeks to recover? Like, what's the longest you've ever gone?
It depends.
What's the longest downtime you had in a fight?
And I dislocated my elbow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was out for like 5-6 months.
Well, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was out for like about 5-6 months.
You went out that same night though, didn't you?
did.
You did. Yeah, that picture went viral. Yeah,
That
You
probably
went out
didn't help.
with a dislocated arm that night. Went out.
So
too.
they like. I think they gave us like, I don't forget. It was like morphine and something else. Like, I don't know. When I was in there to help with the pain and stuff, then they sedate you and they knock you out so they can reset your arm.
Right.
So it's like I wake up, my arm's good. My coach is like, "You ready to go?" I'm like,
Let's do it. Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Wow.
We it was like, and at this point, it's only like 9 o'clock.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. We pull back up to the hotel. Paul Craig's the first person that I see. He's already standing there. He's got a beer. He's like, I have a beer. He's like, hey, I seen, heard about everything that was said, because he didn't know about the comments that were made on Twitter.
Right.
You know what I mean? So whenever he saw him, he's like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Like, you know, and he was like genuinely like, you know what I mean, remorseful and respectful about that and things like that. So we talked about it, and then from there, he just. Yeah, bro. He was just like, let's have a drink. You don't pay for anything tonight. It's all on me.
Cool.
Which should be, damn it.
You got that.
You got the bonus.
Yeah, you got the bonus.
You know, so yeah, bro. He bought the drinks, bro. We drank. We had fun. We ended up going over to the after party.
Nice.
Good
Yeah, it was a
music,
cool
good
shot
vibes.
of them. It went viral.
Everybody.
man.
Him and Dana?
Fight. Him and Paul right after they
Paul.
fought. Yeah,
Bro,
celebrate.
packed, bro. It was packed in there. It was like, I think it was me, Paul Craig, Israel,
Wow.
Leon, Francis,
Wow.
Jimmy Manoa. Like, it was like, bro, it was like,
Damn.
Everyone.
it was like, yeah,
That's
bro. It was
sick.
like,
That's
it's like,
cool.
oh yeah, it was in there. We were lit, bro.
Is that a normal thing? Like, fighters go out with their opponent after?
No, it's not.
No, no, it's not.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Oh,
That's
really?
why it was so cool and special to see them.
What it was, I felt like in that, like, from all the animosity and everything that got built up for that, and for me to be so wrong about somebody, I had to make the apology just as loud.
Right,
You know what I mean? I had to make it right in just as loud of a manner and
That's
fashion.
honorable, yeah.
Wow.
You know?
I feel that. Was that the worst injury you've had?
Yeah, that was the thing.
Damn. Yeah, that sounds painful,
I
bro.
think I spent like 3 weeks on crutches after the OSP fight and fucking calf kicks.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I remember we hung the day after the Santos fight, and your leg was a little banged up. That
Those
day,
leg
too.
kicks add up, right? Because
I can't dunk no more.
really,
I can't dunk anymore. I mean, except for unless it's on your big ass.
you said you were going to give me buckets.
I'll give you buckets. Now I'm gonna dunk on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
If you can't dunk, I think it's an easy win for me.
Stop the cap.
How often you play ball now these days? How often you play ball?
Anytime I'm like chilling and I just like want to get a workout or something. That's kind of like one of my go-to like workouts.
Yeah.
Just to go get some shots,
ball.
go
Good
get some
cardio.
runs.
That's cool. We all play ball.
Yeah,
That's
for
nice.
sure.
That's awesome. We got to all play together.
Yeah, I'm
one day,
down.
man.
What else you do outside of fighting? Like, what are your hobbies?
I like playing video games. You know, I like I got kids. You know, I like hanging out with my kids. You know, we watch movies, listen to music, dance, go play, things like that.
Out of all the cities you've been traveling to lately, which one has really stuck out to you the most? Which one did you have, like, did you enjoy the most? You've been traveling a lot. See that look at the thing, because he's been traveling
bro,
so much. He's like, let me think that all the
Gotta
places
think
I've
I
been
don't know,
going.
bro.
Yeah.
They was all pretty. They was all pretty. They
all cool in their own way, right?
San Diego was dope. Miami was dope.
I love Miami.
Newark was dope.
Newark.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
You're from Jersey, aren't you?
Yeah, but Newark's like not a good area.
Huh?
Newark?
It was all right. It was I was staying in Newark whenever we actually went. It was, I forget, what was that the UFC was staying? They were staying in like Morristown.
Oh, Morristown.
yeah, when they
That's
had the
way
Jersey
different than
fights.
Newark.
Yeah. Morristown was straight though.
Yeah.
So when I went out there, Morristown was straight. So like, but I was staying in Newark, so to me it's like, all right.
Okay.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, it was straight though. You know, even the vibes, even there though, like the fight, like at the stadium, the fan experience, bro, the energy was incredible, bro.
Right.
Those dudes, they came out, support, they had fun. Like that's one thing I'll say about whenever I attended the fight at MSG and the one in New Jersey, bro, the energy was immaculate, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
from Jersey. Wait, so back to the kids though, because you got 6 kids.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit 10 or are you capping out at 6?
I don't know, man. We're gonna see.
Trying to hit those Nick Cannon. The Nick Cannon
Nick
number.
Cannon's at 11, right?
He's at 11.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God.
We're gonna see what I can afford.
Each one's about $1 million, they say, right? From 0 to 18.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
So that's 6
Yeah.
mil he's got right there.
Oh, you said what? Hey, look. I'm a firm believer in them kids get their own money.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
I like.
All right. Look,
I like
what else they gonna do in life? Spend my money?
Yeah.
They gonna
Yeah,
spend,
you don't want them
they
to
gonna
be
spend my-
entitled. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So no allowance?
What else they need? They can get a little something. They gonna have experiences. They can go do some things but like I feel like honestly, you should get out and earn your own. Like
I like that.
that's like
feel that.
and for the longest, I was like, yeah, I gotta live, I gotta build. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll have the foundation will be there, but you will work and you will build your own.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I've learned through my oldest that that's definitely something that's important.
Right.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Bro, some of these child support numbers, I'm not trying to be a dick, but they're like crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these numbers?
It's nuts. It's
Bro,
out of,
bro,
it's out of
You don't
control.
need that much.
Being a baby mama is a profession now. It's a profession. You got professional
It's a
baby mamas out
six-figure
here trying to tell
career baby mamas.
you. Trying to tell you, it's crazy. 30, like, what could you possibly have to pay for $36,000 a year, a month? Who was that? Blake Griffin was 36.
Yeah.
36,000 a month was Blake. There, I think. Man, I done seen some ridiculous. I
remember when
sums.
Lamar and Chloe got divorced.
Yeah.
I don't want to say random numbers, but like just her like skin routine was like 60 grand a month or some shit ridiculous
Crazy.
shit.
What?
I'm like, how is this
Crazy,
possible?
bro. That's like I talked to Floyd. I talked to him about it once. He was telling me at one point, bro, he was spending like 6 figures a month.
Oh, yeah, I believe
Jesus.
that.
How many
6
kids does he
figures a
have?
month. He's got 3.
Oh, that's not even that
That's
much.
crazy. Yeah, they're
Wow.
all grown now. They're all like.
Did you
they're
see
all
what happened in
grown
his
up now.
exhibition match last night?
Yeah, I seen that. They got turned up. They got turned up.
Yeah, they did.
What happened?
So it was an exhibition match. Floyd was winning, and the ref calls it off. Floyd wins, and then the opponent gets upset and starts swinging on Floyd after the match is over.
Really?
Yeah.
And Floyd caught him with the
Caught
slick
him with a
counter,
couple of them.
bro.
Caught
That
him with
was
a couple of
nice.
them.
And then his whole team jumps in and almost
But
kills him.
they weren't trying to, because I'm gonna be real, like, bro, if them boys really wanted to be on that type of time,
they would've.
the
Nobody
old
would've stopped
dude that got in there, that
Nobody
was
would've
sitting there,
stopped
and
them.
nobody
Yeah,
would have been able to
nobody
stop
would've been able to
It's
stop
like
that.
30, it's like 30 dudes,
dudes,
it's like
yeah.
7 of y'all.
Yeah.
They would have just dog walked
Yeah,
all of y'all.
all of
But
them.
what it was, they gonna let you know what it was. They gonna let you know. Don't do
do
that.
that. You don't
Don't
do that.
fuck with the money, man.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with the money, man.
Do you roll around with security like that?
Nah, I'm usually with just me and them, me and my boys.
Really?
Yeah.
I probably should start having security, but people get weird sometimes. So I think more so security isn't for the protect. It wouldn't be like
It's
for
just
my
to
protect.
avoid
It's
the-
to protect my money.
Exactly.
Not to protect
exactly.
It's to
It's
protect
more
my
to
money.
protect. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
protect my assets and things like that. So I mean, it's the thought comes up from time to time, depending on where I am.
I feel
You know
that.
what I mean, and things like that. But for the most part, I just be chilling. Bro. Grand Rapids is small. It's kind of chill.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you invest your money?
How do I invest my money? Like right now, I'm more so just saving my. I'm more so
Stacking.
just saving my money.
Stacking?
And stacking it. Yeah, stacking it so that way I can fund whatever type of investments I want. I really don't want to go get too big off into loans and things like that, like right out the gate, because I don't know, bro. It's just the way my mind works. If I can't see it or like count it or,
right.
or calculate it myself, I really don't. I don't feel I'm not comfortable with it.
Right.
You know,
Loans are risky, man. Every time I've lent money to a friend, like it never works out.
I don't think I've ever gotten a loan back.
Yeah,
before, ever in my
it's
life.
just a write-off at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'm
what
not
it
into
is.
some, very few.
Yeah, the
But most of
ratio
the
isn't
time-
worth the risk.
Yeah.
A lot of times, whenever like, especially like whenever you like lending money to like her, it's got to be, you know, just make sure it's a number that you're okay with losing.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
You know
how
what I'm
I.
saying?
That's how I go
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, all right, I'll help you. I've never seen it back, but it's worth helping you.
Yeah, facts.
yeah.
It's more the thought that counts at that point.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's talk reverse sexism. What are your thoughts on that?
Reverse sexism. What is reverse?
Yeah.
sexism?
What is reverse sexism?
Like toxic masculinity, this whole movement.
Like
of,
Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Basically trying to bring the
Like
old school men back, kind
like
of.
the old school men are getting hate. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, I think it's. I got a lot of thoughts on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like just the term toxic masculinity alone is
toxic.
ridiculous.
Just that term, toxic masculinity, is toxic.
It's,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. It's basically a way to demonize and the wants and the natures of men, just male nature. You know, it's like anything a man is not able to say what he wants and things like that without being, oh, you shouldn't this, or oh, you shouldn't that. But on the other side of the spectrum, bro, they can literally say delusional, crazy shit and it still be, oh, you go, girl, yeah, you deserve that. You don't settle, you a 10, you a queen, you deserve the best and all this and that without putting in any work for anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, to me, that's just like things like that is crazy. I get it. Like, I get the agenda though. It's how you keep, you know what I mean? How you keep the poor poor and the rich. How you keep the haves with having and the have-nots not having anything. Divide and conquer. Give them a bunch of problems, a bunch of shit that don't matter to focus on, rather than focus on the things that actually make you prosper and build in this society and in this world. That shit is executed. This shit is working flawlessly.
Yeah.
This
It
shit
is,
is working
man.
flawlessly.
It's working well. 'Cause
Yeah.
we got to be careful what we say.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
all the time.
damn.
I was like, as soon as you brought it up, I was like, that's what.
No, yeah, the thing I spend the most time on is the editing, just to make sure everyone looks good. You know?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Even like the whole Andrew Tate thing is crazy, bro. Like you put a man in prison for months with
Without evidence,
with
nothing.
no evidence,
Yeah.
without no charge, and then you allow him. He's on house arrest, all because you don't like what he's saying.
Right.
And what he's saying isn't even bad. It
It's
just
not bad
doesn't
at
fit
all.
your narrative.
It just exactly.
It just doesn't fit your narrative, or how you want to weaponize whatever you're doing in society and things like that. And he's just telling young men, "Yo, be strong, be assertive in yourself, be a man.
Be a man."
There's nothing wrong with telling somebody be a man, because we need men. You need to be men. We need to be men. Without men, what do we have?
Right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You ever get worried about if a girl in the past comes back and wants money or wants to like put you in a bad spotlight?
Yeah, I mean, that's something you worry about constantly. You know, that's why I try to.
Because nowadays they don't even need proof or evidence, nothing. It's just they can just say it.
Accusation.
Yeah, it's just the accusation.
And the press will pick
An
it up.
accusation could be so damaging that by the time you clear
Destroys
your
your
name,
life.
the average person has only heard the accusation. They don't know that you ended up clearing your name afterwards.
Johnny Depp.
You know?
That's
There
what
you go.
Andrew Tate's dealing with. It's purely accusations, and literally there are multiple, like a good majority of people in the world, like, I don't care, he needs to be in prison, just because you don't like what he says, because you don't agree with his opinion.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It is.
That's wild. Regardless of anything, whether you like him or not. I mean, I don't have to be a diehard supporter of the thing, but it's just, I know when something is wrong, bro. When you're doing shit that's wrong. Come on, we all know what's wrong. You like, it's crazy. Did you see that BBC interview?
Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah.
It was a complete joke.
Yeah.
It was a setup.
It's like, how do you?
It
like,
was, yeah.
Yeah, it was an attack. From the start.
How do you have so much fun making yourself look ridiculous?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So how do you choose the woman you date? Like, what role does money play for you? Do you care if they're successful at all?
No, absolutely not. Like, money in a relationship from a woman's standpoint means absolutely nothing. Her money or status doesn't mean anything to me.
Just looks?
Huh?
You just care about the looks?
I mean, that's the door opener. I don't just care about the looks, but that's what gets you in the door. That's what gets you in the door with anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, the character has to come in. It has to play into that respect.
Right.
Things like that. How she carries herself, You know,
mutual understanding, all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
mutual understanding and things like that. You know, just a lot of things like that play into it as far as in terms of picking a partner and things like that. But you know, for the most part, when you just out trying to have fun though and shit like that, most people just you ain't.
But do you think
Pretty-
about a
pretty
lot
good
of
enough,
girls try to date you for like status? Do you feel that way, or do you think they genuinely want to date you for who you are?
I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to tell. But it's not like always like girls just like always just coming in like, oh, date me. That's not even the way that modern day society operates really in terms of that now. It's just more so just kick it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that.
That's true. Yeah.
They're not in your DMs though. I heard pro athletes get a ton of fucking girls.
Bro, it ain't like that. That's why, like, whenever, like, sometimes whenever guys like some podcasts use the example of a guy with status and things like that, and the attention he gets as opposed to, it really ain't like that, bro. You got to think there's a very, very huge inflated in sense of ego and like in just American society today. You know what I mean? So a girl who feels like who's pretty, you know what I mean? She could be a solid 5, solid 6, you know? It's average, and just above average, she's gonna get a lot of attention. You know what I mean? She's gonna get a lot of attention, and then at that point she's gonna start to look at it and decipher, oh, I get attention from these guys, but I deserve this guy. You know what I'm saying? So then they start to feel entitled to the guy on that level, and then when has anybody ever respected anything they felt entitled to?
Right. Yeah, Fresh and Fit talks about this all the time.
And what's the most fundamental thing with men? Men value respect. So that's one of the most fundamental things. That is the most fundamental.
That is the most fundamental.
If you don't have
respect,
because if a woman don't respect you, you can't be with her.
Right. That's true. That's very true.
What are some of your vices? Like, what do you get into? Like when no one's watching?
What I get into? Nobody's watching. Fights, man. I mean, I do my thing, man. You know, I still do my thing.
Okay.
I love it. So Vegas has become like a second home for you, right? You're here all the time.
Yeah, I come here a lot.
You were hosting the Flanker opening this past weekend. That was cool, and you're here all the time now, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Thinking about getting a place out here anytime soon?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Eventually, you know, it's the PI, with the PI being out here.
And the fans here love you.
Yeah,
the Vegas
you know,
fans love you.
Useful. And then I get a lot of stuff done here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm able to connect with guys like you guys, you know, and other content creators, other fighters, and things like that, and things that just keep me busy.
Right.
You know. As opposed to, honestly, growing up, it's not a whole lot to do. Like, you go train, you know, you go do your thing routine. And it's always just kind of routine. All I got to do.
Yeah. I like that. We went to Michigan recently, and I liked it, man. It was so just blue collar, hardworking.
Right.
And it's nice to get away from, like, you know, some of the fakeness that some of the big cities have, you know? So
I'd say more than some.
Yeah.
I'd say all of them.
Yeah, the glitter on life.
Yeah.
How do you keep your circle like tight and not full of yes man? Because a lot of fighters struggle with that. Just honest people.
I just got the same. I just got the same people
crew
around. Yeah,
right,
you know. And yes man, being a yes man really don't work with me just because of how my mentality is.
You're real.
Because I'm gonna ask because I'll even ask you. I'll ask you something even if I'm already knowing or if I'm sure. So I'm gonna ask you just to see. You know what I mean? Just to see like where your head's at or how real you'll shoot it to me and things like that. So you know. It's terms of that, you know, competence. If things ain't working out, then, you know, you got to fix where it's not working.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a downfall for a lot of people. The yes men.
Yeah, I mean, Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
like
I didn't want to say it. But
in his entire circle. I mean, you know, but you know, it is what it is. So, but yeah, you're real, so you attract, you know, real people around you, you know, and you keep all your day ones, which is.
And I check myself, you know what I mean? I check myself constantly.
That's
always,
good.
Every
That's
day,
good. That's the
no
most
matter
important
what it
thing.
is.
How do you keep your ego in check? Because you're so successful, you know, you're the champ, like.
Because I don't feel that way because I don't look at myself as that. Like how a lot of people look at me, that's not the light that I look at myself in. I feel like I'm still trying to make it. I'm still focused on the goals that I'm still trying to accomplish. So and in doing that, so I think it kind of keeps a narrow scope on where I am. Whereas you know what I mean. It actually, I'm world champion. I'm like this, but to me, I'm just still grinding, bro.
Feel that.
Speaking
Love
of
that.
like content creator, you're probably the biggest influencer fighter in the UFC. I don't think there's any other athlete that's as popular on TikTok as you. Like, you're making all kinds of cool content. How did that kind of start? Like, you know, is this something you've always done? You've just been an entertainer and you're like, I want to, because you're popular on TikTok, man. Your stuff's hilarious. We've talked about this before too.
Yeah. It was. I've always been like that. I was in the video production back when I was in high school.
That's cool.
When I was younger. So my senior project thing, I just did a comedy DVD with a bunch of skits on it and things like that. So I love Dave Chappelle and things like that.
Yeah.
So I was always in the comedy, and then finding a joke in something and spinning it to where you can get a laugh. I like making clever jokes and giving like that like that's funny type deal. So it just comes natural to me. It's just something I enjoy doing. It's something I have fun with.
That's cool.
So it just really comes natural to me. And not only that, it's a good way to get conversation started. I like the interaction. Sometimes I'm bored. And
No, your stuff's hilarious.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sure.
his content's really good.
So is that going to be your transition exit plan? Because a lot of fighters, after they retire, they stop making all that crazy money. Do you want to go into media afterwards?
Yeah, I think I want to go into entertainment. I actually have a binder at home that whenever I used to work like factory jobs, because before I got to all this, like I was working factory jobs. I didn't go pro until I was 26.
Wow.
So it took me time to actually build up to where I want that was where I want to be. And the time I was in factory, that's how I got through the days, just writing movies, writing stories in my head. Just locking in on that to go through shit. So I'd like to see some of those stories brought to life, and see if people are as drawn to them and excited about them, have as much fun as I did whenever I was sitting up thinking them and creating them in my head.
So you come from an entertainment background. That's something you want to do. Who's like the top person you want to work with eventually in entertainment? Who's someone that from an early age you're like that you manifest it? You're like, this is someone I'm gonna work with.
I'm gonna be honest, and it's gonna sound crazy, and I don't want this to be like, no, this really ain't like no clout thing. But I truly wanted to meet Kobe Bryant.
Me too.
I truly wanted to meet Kobe Bryant and sit down, have a talk with him, and pick his brain, just how he spoke, and
The mentality.
Yeah, his mentality in which he spoke. He was kind, but he was firm. He let you know the real, but also spoke to you from a place of encouragement and things like that. And it's just his mind really fascinated me, and that was somebody I really would have liked to sit down and pick his brain.
Yeah. He was going to change Hollywood, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was. I mean, just the work he did for the WNBA. Like, WNBA is so popular now because he kind of ushered it in. He was like, "Hey, this is great. Let's start."
I wouldn't say popular.
Like, it's as more popular than it's ever been. Okay. Right?
They still, how much money they make this shit? You know what? We ain't gonna. It's the money. It's the money channel, right?
Did you see Shaqs?
I cannot believe you used that example in here. I cannot believe it.
You could have used any example.
How dare you?
Did you see Shaq's proposal on it yesterday?
No.
He said they should lower the rims because they don't dunk, and that's like
It's like watching a high school game.
Yeah.
There's no dunking.
the dunk factor is what makes.
Wasn't
the NBA.
dunking illegal in the WNBA for a while?
I don't know.
Yeah, for a while you couldn't. It was like
Really?
It was
You think we watched it to know? You ain't watched it to know. That's why you're guessing.
This is 100% true.
All right.
Don't do that, Sean. Don't do that.
Real question for y'all, and answer honestly. Do you think you could beat the best WNBA player one-on-one?
Yes.
Yes.
You serious?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Do you?
I don't know. Don't they score a lot?
No. Well, I think the
Again,
I saw it. So I know because I
again.
saw on ESPN they posted one of the players the other day got like the highest point total that anyone's ever gotten in WNBA history was 40.
Are we playing with a girl ball or are we playing with a guy's ball?
It would be a guy's ball.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
Actually, girls.
Even still, yes.
Still, yes.
Yes.
But still though, like, don't get me wrong, bro. Some girls are good. I like that, but I'm still an
Brittany
athlete.
Griner's a
I still
beast.
hoop. I still
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
basketball. I still play basketball for years, and I still have every physical gift
Right.
advantage
Right.
over them that I go. You know what I'm saying?
You would just use your body.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just use the fact that I'm fast, like, the fact that I'm quicker. I mean, my like guys are just physically
Yeah. Right.
we just have the physical edge
Right,
in,
right.
in
Yeah.
that realm, which is why guys should be competing against guys, not girls.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
What are your
Whole
thoughts
nother
on this
topic.
whole like the transgender? Because like there's
Oh, yeah,
men.
he said whole nother other topic. He perfectly steered us away from it. And here you bring us back to getting canceled.
No, because it's become a thing right now. Like and it's mainly happening in MMA. Like
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Is it?
Well, there was this
in track. I'm saying
there was a fighter in MMA, Fallon Fox.
That was like
It was years
It was
ago.
like shit.
It was like 5 years ago.
Like,
5, 6 years
oh,
ago.
that was more than 5 years.
Was
That
it?
was a while ago,
Was it?
bro.
I thought it was
That was
like
a while
20
ago.
Wait, so it was a dude?
It was a male that transitioned to a female and fought female MMA
You
fighters.
didn't know this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, bro, he beat this one chick like swollen,
Yes.
had her
Yes.
brain
Damn.
swollen and everything.
Yeah.
Ashley Lee Evans.
I was about to,
Ashley Lee Evans
yes.
actually beat him.
She beat
Wow.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw this guy say he declared himself as a female for a poker tournament, and he ended up winning it.
Yeah, he won the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that.
So
There
it
was
goes
a loophole.
Yeah,
He used a
goes both
loophole.
ways, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather not face a girl personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
Keep it separate.
Keep it
in my
separate.
opinion.
Right. I agree.
Personally, yeah.
Man, what's next?
Man, tear this whole fucking division apart, bro.
There
You already
go.
did.
Nah, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, he's got his eyes set on a few.
I'm eyes set on everybody, bro. Like I'm dead ass. Like I want a piece of everybody. I want a piece of everybody.
How many times a year do you see yourself wanting to fight? If
I want to fight
if
at
you
least
guys-
3 times a year.
Really?
Wow.
At least
And that's
3.
so rare to hear champs say
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Champs
Really?
are very much like once a year you're gonna get me in there.
I'm here
Because they want to
scrap.
hold the belt. Like,
Yeah, I'm here to scrap. I want to fight at least 3 times. I wanted to fight 3 times this year. You know, I wanted to do the fight in January, fight international fight week, and then try to fight again maybe November, December.
Right.
wow.
You know, to close out the year.
Right.
That was what I wanted, but now I'm stuck. I'm stuck on kind of in pause, sit still, see what happens,
Seeing
and let
who
the
can
smoke
emerge.
clear.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
When you're watching film on opponents, are you able to see their weak spots and just take advantage in the fight?
Yeah, I'm very technical in my breakdowns and things like that. I break down everything. I pay attention. There's nothing that's insignificant that you do that I won't pay attention to. And my mind just works different. Like the most unnatural, unorthodox things somebody can do, and to me, I'll just instantly think of a combo of a way just to take advantage of it.
Wow.
Right, and it's like I surprise myself, you know. So that's sort of my gift. Like I used to I haven't done it. I haven't really done it recently. I kind of gotten back to it. Not really. Well, it used to be whenever I get an opponent, I write his name down, write his height down. I go watch all his fights. Wow. I look and see what stance you got, what stance you did the worst against, what stance from what shot they hit you with the most, what shot landed. Just that, just consistent things that I see happen.
Right.
Like maybe you from southpaw you don't defend left hands that well. You know, maybe from orthodox you don't defend left lead hooks that well. You don't defend right straights that well. If I watch, especially if you have a lot of fights out there, I'll go and I'll watch your fight and I will mark it down. How many times you got hit with this shot from this one, and then do the numbers in the breakdown from there, and then start to make create my openings and things from there, and start building my philosophies for that fight from that.
Damn, I didn't know that much went into it.
Not everybody thinks like that.
Not everybody thinks like that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have like a lot of people. I have philosophy. So the minute you do something already, I've trained my body, muscle memory kicks in to instantly know what to do whenever you do it.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
That's insane.
That's how Johnny Walker got knocked out.
I was gonna say that right now. I was just about to say that's kind of how I feel that you caught Johnny in the fight. You know, it
wasn't just the fact that it wasn't the fact it was going. I knew when to turn over. I knew where he was going to be, and I knew how to land. I knew how to land that shot.
Yeah.
And I actually got that. That shot that knocked. I got that from Floyd.
Really?
It was a pull punch counter.
Yeah, you're right.
It was just a pull punch counter.
Yeah.
You know, and I actually like whenever I seen it, I started like, all right, I want to learn this. I want to start to implement this into my game.
Right.
Because what it does help you. What it gives, it makes people. It's a counter to a jab. Right. So it makes people actually think more about their jab. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him. I was like, what's the? I text him. I'm like, what's the trick? Like, what's the? How do I improve this and make this better, make this the most optimal? And he said, just keep trying it on different opponents. Just keep when you sparring, just keep doing it. Just keep setting it up. Just keep setting it up. Keep finding. And I did that. And I did that for a couple years, and then before the Johnny Walker fight, and then whenever the Johnny Walker fight happened, he threw a jab. He threw a jab, caught me with it. We went around. He threw some kicks, and he threw the jab again, and it landed. And I was like, okay, he's comfortable with his jab.
Yep.
And you see, that's when I switched. I switched,
I noticed that.
set him up, bang.
Boom.
Damn.
Yeah, lights out. Yeah.
That's crazy. So a lot of
So
preparation.
the minute he threw the jab again, he was already
you were waiting for it.
he was
yeah.
already asleep.
And that's like a safe punch for most people. Like they don't expect to get knocked out off a jab,
Yeah.
right?
That's the thing, man. My mind, like, when I understand that there is no beat all move. There is no one thing you can do
Right,
in a
it's
fight that
different moves for
doesn't have a
different
counter.
people. Exactly.
Everything has a
Yep.
counter. So if everything has a counter, all you have to know is when to implement those counters, and that's what I focus on.
Wow. So your strength is your defense, then.
My strength, is
Mind.
Mind.
It's
Yeah,
my mind, my
100%.
IQ, my ability to see things and notice and
See the
react.
little things that the
Wow.
average people don't see.
Right.
When
Yeah,
they're-
that's
when they're breaking
crazy.
it down. Who are some fighters that you enjoy watching? Like you're like, I'm a fan of these guys. I know it's probably a lot, but some guys that you're like, I'll never miss his fight. I'll never miss her fight. Yeah.
He watches them all.
I'm trying to
bro.
narrow it down even more.
He's a student of the game.
Bro,
Or
I'm
who's
telling
someone
bro.
that you watch and you're like, okay, maybe I can pick that up. That's something I haven't seen. Or
Most of the dudes, I done already picked them dry. You know what I mean? One of the guys, like as far as MMA, that I learned a lot from watching. I've taken from Anderson Silva, Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Nate Diaz.
the best boxers, some of the best stand-up guys right there.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
I've picked up things from Izzy. I've picked up things from Cyril Gahn. I picked up things from the new guy Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm able to learn. Like I
good.
don't stop
Integrate it
learning.
all, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can learn from anybody. I like watching. I just like watching. I like watching good guys, and I like watching entertaining fights. You know.
What are your thoughts on Amanda Nunes' retirement? She went out on top.
I was surprised.
Were you?
I was.
So
I was
I
a
saw
little
an
surprised. I
interview-
just wasn't expecting it.
I wouldn't have expected either, but I saw an interview she did like a week ago where she said she contemplated retiring after losing to Juliana the first time. And the only reason she didn't retire is because she didn't want to leave.
On an L.
No, she didn't want to leave with Juliana as the champ.
Oh,
she actually came out and said, if anybody else beat me, I would have probably retired. I didn't want her to leave her as a champ. So I kind of, but it's rare to see that, on top of the game, cleared everybody out.
Jordan did it.
Who did it?
Jordan.
You're right. Yeah. But in MMA, it's hard to see. It's rare to see that,
For sure. Because people usually end up losing and then they retire it.
Or they'll just end up losing and not retire, and they kind of get like forced into retirement.
So I mean, like you have to be at the top for a while just to make that type of money, just to be able to retire in in this age bracket of like mid to late 30s, early 40s.
Right.
Like you think about how much money you really have to make in order to set yourself up for the rest of your life.
Right.
Probably 10 mil.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's with investments and resources
Right,
in place as
right.
well.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just, bro.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, not a lot of people can do that.
not a lot of people can do that. You
Yeah.
know, I was just at that Cage Warriors in San Diego. And like a lot of the old, like Chris Lehman was there.
Right.
Was there. He's
Yeah.
a judge now. He's judging now.
He's part of the commission
Frank
now,
Trigg is judging and reffing now.
Wow.
And things like that. And don't get me wrong, that's awesome. Those are the type of guys you want to see
Right.
doing those jobs. But part of you have to wonder, have to wonder, are they doing this because they want to or because they have to?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a good point. 100%. And maybe it's a little bit of both. You hope that it's because they want to.
Yeah.
Because they love the sport and
Yeah.
it's their way of still kind of
Cormier.
Giving back.
giving back exactly.
Man, that was a great episode. Any closing thoughts, my man?
Oh, no, man, this was a great talk, bro.
It was a great time.
Yeah, that
Thank you
was
so
a
much
blast.
for joining us, man. I know you pushed your flight to make this today, so we appreciate
for
that.
sure.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on.
The champ,
Yeah,
UFC
Digital
light
Soul
heavyweight
Flower.
champion.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.